to record somebody, ask them. Because I will assume you have, and I won't stop them or you, because I'll assume that you did that. If you have a cell phone or another computing device, now's the time to say, gee, Dan told me to put it on buzz or vibrate or off or whatever it is. So now's the time to do that. If you're going to do that, I just do it myself now. And let's see if there's anything else. Oh, Bob Marley can't make it. But we have the Bobs coming in. Bob and Hal, can you kindly take this, please? Since I'm up here and I'm trying to show off. That's not my pen. I didn't drop it. It's not my fault. I had my coffee. Actually, I didn't have my coffee. I had my coffee this morning. That's part of the problem. Oh,
I like your shirt.
Oh yes, Rausmagen die Kugelschreiber auf dem Papier. I know that didn't make complete sense. All right. Oh, the prizes. How could I forget? The Baja Men. Their big hit, I think, someone told me was Who Let the Dogs Out, but that's not on here. Now, if you like scary movies, this is a scary movie. I used to like scary movies, but I watched this thing, and I even put it in slow motion and turned off the sound, and it made me jump.
What is it?
It's The Grudge. It's a great movie.
Have you seen the Babadook?
No, I haven't. Wisdom of the Buddha. Wisdom des Buddhas. Poetry. Yeah, and poetry. So those are there. And if those don't ring your bell, you can decide to be the keynote next week, which we'll see in a moment. Take the last word, which we won't see the person who's going to be the last word who couldn't make it. Choose the next week's theme. We have Giggle tonight, and or be the many features. So, those are the announcements. I'm pounding the mic on the floor. Why do I do that? Why do I do anything? That's what my mom would say. And I'd say, I don't know. And she said, Danny, getting pretty sick and tired of this. Better figure it out.
When are you going to take this?
Yeah, when are you going to do that? All right, so I'm going to step away from the microphone. And I'm going to go over here, and I'll get that in just a moment. Do we have the...
Dan Brady, because we love him.
Thank you so much.
Works really hard on this.
Thank you. My mom thanks you. My dad thanks you. My best friends, cousins, second grade neighbors, friends, uncles, cousins, in-law also thanks you. So this was supposed to be working. It might not have been working. Thank you so much. Now, if anybody didn't sign in, don't say I didn't warn you. All right. So the keynote for the evening. The keynote for the evening. Mr. Clyde Always, will you kindly step fifth? Give him a round, please. Well, you call that applause. Let's go. This guy comes up here, burns it out every night, wonders why he's on fire. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm Clyde Always. I'm the Bard of the Lower Haight, and this is a poem by the Bard of the Yukon, Mr. Robert W. Service, and it's called The Tramps. It's my favorite poem ever. Can you recall, dear comrade, when we tramped God's land together, and we sang the old earth song, for our youth was very sweet. When we drank and fought and lusted, as we mocked a tie and tether, along the road to anywhere, the wide world at our feet. Along the road to anywhere, when each day had its story, and time was yet our vassal, and life's jest was still unstale. When peace unfathomed filled our hearts as bathed in amber glory, along the road to anywhere we watched the sunsets pale. Alas, the road to anywhere is pitfalled with disaster. There's hunger, want, and weariness, yet oh, we loved it so. As on we tramped exultantly, and no man was our master, and no man knew what dreams were ours as swinging heel and toe. We tramped the road to anywhere, the magic road to anywhere, the tragic road to anywhere, such dear dim years ago. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, and just so you know, the attribution sheet is for people who read poems by somebody else, and they put then on the attribution who the poet is, and their name, and the poet's name, and the name of the poet, so I don't always write. Charge of the Light Brigade by William Carlos Williams. All right. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
Romy.
Went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have Romy coming up next, but since he is indisposed, as my mom would say indisposed, Daniel, don't say it in the bathroom. We have Buford Bunton coming up. Give him a nice round of applause. Your head's in the camera. You got to move your head back from the camera. There you go. Thank you, Buford.
Just getting more stage
This
time.
is called Ride to Work. Daly City row houses sit like a necklace on the hillside.
Yeah.
I have to thank Malvina Reynolds for that.
You're next.
She was the first one that wrote about it, as far as I know.
And I do it every day. I take the bus every day by that area. And today I got here at 5 o'clock, so I saw something that it was too much for me to pass up on. This is how it goes. Sacred Grounds, 5:30 p.m. today. Late afternoon sun sprinkles on wall-to-wall plants. Two middle-class looking mid to late 30 mothers talk. One jet black hair, dyed perhaps. One brown haired reading something while the kids romp on the sidewalk. An older man in straw hat, newspaper in hand, walks across the street as cars follow behind him. Long, straight-haired kid jumps into front bushes. One mother makes kid set fallen outside metal chair back upright. Other mothers follow cleaning up suit. As kids and mothers cross street, the kid yells.
Buford Bunton, always good. Thank you.
Stephanie, would you give me a favor? Just move this microphone.
There we go, that way. Romy is next. Give him a round of applause, please, as he comes up here. Paragraph 6. Wait a minute, that's Irish. Never mind.
Good evening.
Good evening, just be right on the mic.
First of all, I would like to tell Dan here, Dan Brady,
Thank you.
how he enjoyed his poetry in San Francisco Main Library last Saturday.
Oh, thank
I was
you.
there.
Thank you, that was fun.
That was so funny. The
Well,
poem about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God. Brought me up a lot.
it's not for the timid.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All
My
right.
poem tonight is titled, I wrote you a love letter. I wrote you a love letter before the fog ate it. It put mask on my eyes as it got lost before the bridge over the valley. The crows lingered as a kind of reminder that time does not forget. I wrote you a love letter, but before I sign it, the pen runs out of ink. Anyway, it couldn't stop the earthquake, so it slept all night as I waited for the corn seeds to pop up after choked by weeds and stony landfill. I wrote you a love letter, but it got stuck on page 63 of the Book of Enoch, Book of Angels. Rip out the page 500 where cherubim Ebasal got lost with his left wing entangled at a maple tree branch. A fig tree will not make any difference. After all the shuffling of days, I wrote you a love letter. But still I could not believe the alibi of OJ when I can connect the dots, even the periods and the commas, after I know there's always the motivation after the spawn flees. I wrote you a love letter, but it got choked by the weeds as I plunged through the bushes after the tax returns of the years, and never sending endless pursuit for refunds. It never helped after your children reach the age of 18 and you lost another dependent. Sorry, Mom, I have to move out. The love poem missing its last words, love you. I wrote you a love letter, but I do not know how I'm going to end it. After reading The Leaves of Grass, I suddenly become prolific and eloquent, seemingly found a voice that would love to run all over the place like a kid. The freedom I have so much in my hands. Already on page 20, I love you so much, I just wanted to steal your clothes when you were asleep and wash them. Yes, I also wanted to hang them in the backyard this Saturday when the sun was really out there, and I love to communicate through the long clothesline, like the old telephone wires running through the whole house, trying to keep us on its road. I wrote parts of our life together that I remember, and looking back at me is a man holding a mirror in front of him, tracing the wrinkles and furrows of his face. Such troubles and routines of matrimony after the first night. He wondered if the man he sees is still the innocent and forward-looking boy of the 80s. But writing ahead, I cannot be unhappy, as my two daughters have left and on their own careers. Once again, I wrote you a love letter where I said on page 7 that the average memory span of normal adults is 7 items. You basically know the first 3, like the smartphone, 911, and telephone numbers of your friends. I always forget the bills I have to pay off. How I love to calculate the registration of the cars you own. If it is itemized, you should include the registration number, unless it is standard. I have kept all the receipts. I wrote you a love letter where in the last 3 lines I said that I love to come back as a poset or a parka jacket or a cooler, as everybody loves them. Finally, at the end of the world, my pen will heave a sigh of relief after getting through the sleek and grime of our cities, and cry like a fire hydrant to expunge all our black sins. Thank you.
Thank you, Romy. Welcome back. Romantic. Thank you. All right. So now I'm going to read the next 5 so people know exactly where they are. We have Ed, Melendez, Steve O, Nancy W, David Z, Livia. Is Livia, this your first time here? Okay. Okay. We have a special treat for you as a new person, so don't be alarmed. We don't bite. Well, I don't bite, but someone would. Never mind. All right. So we have Ed, then Steve, then Nancy, David, Livia, Owen, Stephanie, Dieter von der Fluffenflaff, then Richard the Sanderell. So Ed, come on up here, please. Give him a nice round. The seat comes up here, get him ready to go. You might want to raise that up a tad there. No. That way I can focus in on the beautiful deportment and demeanor you are explicating before our very eyes.
Yeah, I'm going to declaim.
I used that word wrong, but no one noticed.
Yeah, I think the charge of the life brigade.
Yeah.
Guy said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We're good.
All right. I'm going to read like 3 poems.
All right.
I wrote them all like 2 today and 1 yesterday. This is called An Idea. My slow, busy, fuzzy. Brain comes to life eerily. Wake up, wake up. Eyes disturbed by light, by dreams, except this inevitable bother. Every early morning. Every day, pen trembles, diary opens to beginning, epigrams, and coffee. An idea and imagination, wrote Kierkegaard. As I stumble out of bed into the arms of these ideas that have been giving me indigestion all night, I hold the pen still, shaking with an idea that may turn into a poem, that may find in this page a proper home. We will see, we will imagine. Birthday one-liners and 2 lines. I wrote this on my birthday last week. I want to shake your hand like Nixon did with the Chinese premier. You're a bowl of Fruit Loops. I'll be the milk to make your day much more soggy. Ted Hughes killed Sylvie Plath, so they say. So I'll direct a Hughes biopic and leave it open to you, the audience. Music is an antidote to sadness. I'll be the afternoon when you put on a record or 2. Laughter comes in contagious waves. 1, 2, 3. Start it up. Now it's a limbo line. Rain comes when you love it. When you hate it, you always forget your umbrella. San Francisco fog can be seen 2 ways. It's either Nietzsche's abyss, or you're my sunshine. Birthdays go down their merry way. We want to be young, but Vaughn tells everyone, you're old.
Yeah.
This one's called Candles. Morning traffic outside my windows. Cars and lives whizzing by quickly, unknown. All is dark like sleep. Unmoving spirits in the silent city. Inside my small apartment, candles come to life. 3 wicks flickering, burning quickly, like incense for unbelieving hours.
Incense for unbelieving hours. That's a nice one.
And this is my last one. Focus. Scan each stanza mindfully. Intent, solitary threads. Don't turn left or right. Stare down this cavernous singularity that you focus on. Poetry is endless possibility. Or maybe, just maybe, you will find.
Ed Melendez. And now our next reader for the open mic is Mr. Steve O'Carolyn of the Carolina O'Carolins. Am I wrong?
The New York version.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
My mom fell deep into the practice of psychology, in analysis, and more than half in love with her blue-eyed, curly-haired Dr. Brennan, whom I never saw, some listening, quiet soul she told all her secrets to, all paid for by IBM. My loving mom was so fearful she would hide under furniture. I forget who told me, not her, never her, but she went on to be assertive and to gain in courage, like many women of her generation. She loved to read Psychology Today and books with catchy titles like I'm Okay, You're Okay. She loved to ponder dreams. If you were in a car in a dream, she always wanted to know if you were driving, the powerful person at the wheel. When she died, I dreamed she was at the wheel of the family's old sky blue Plymouth Suburban wagon. She died at 80, and she was doing 80 on a little highway in the nice suburb of Rye on the Sound. When she went to Brennan, she developed catchphrases like, function on your own level, and cut the shit, baby doll. She got tough when she drank, but she was one of the most loving women I've been lucky enough to know. The Trieste is not like the Beacon, though they're only 5 blocks apart and both in North Beach. In the Beacon, the techies sit in the silence of the ages, staring into the eerie blue light of Apple laptops. Never trust anyone under 30. All they care about is money and tattoos and being cool. The Trieste is a whole different kettle of fish and octopi. We talk moaning and groaning. The men talk about war half the time. The women talk about astrophysics, and every other word is measured in the distance of light years. The baristas range from the vengeful to the polite to the absurd to kindness made flesh when they give steaming hot milks for free. Since I have given up books almost completely, the Trieste is my library. So many people talk. One guy is all economics, another all rating liquors, another speaks on the effect of peyote on art, and on, but always or almost always fistfuls, tumbling farm baskets of jokes. It's comfortable inside when it's warm, and outside when it's cool. It's really cool.
Right. Steve O'Carrollin. Nicely done. And Nancy Wakeman is coming up now, a wonderful San Francisco poet. She has featured here before, will feature again at some point. Give her a nice round, please. Then we got David Z and Livia Owen and like that, just so people know where they're coming from and where I'm at and who I am and what I'm doing and why.
Well, I don't have a poem tonight, but I have a report.
Oh, good.
On my summer vacation.
Oh, good.
Good girl. Morning sky experiments with oranges, pinks, purples, before deciding on blue. Family conversations in the kitchen. A few words about the weather. Deeper, whispered secrets, silenced by waves crashing on rocks. Gulls that squabble over dead crabs. Choruses of crickets, louder than the stars. The roar of planes landing at Logan Airport. How have we become so engulfed by this oceanside compound? Recent arrivals, property handed down 4 generations. Who has the rights to the rose garden? How to slice a beach of shifting sand into 4 equal parts? How long have the crickets and gulls lived here? Starfish and flounder have disappeared from these waters. Native tribes vanished quickly once the Europeans landed. Left no maps, only bone needles and stone cinders. Yet we cling to these solid rocks like barnacles. I scan a Fanny Farmer cookbook, searching for recipes for family happiness. Forget blueberry grunt, clam chowder, corn pudding. Fanny Farmer leaves me hungry. According to Ars Poetica, a slim volume, the Chinese believe that there are 77 kinds of silence. Silver petal silence, jade silence. But the differences are so subtle that only Chinese monks can tell one from another. What kind of silence is this? New England reticence? We spend childhood summers digging in the wet sand, chasing clams and trying to dig all the way to China, only to be stopped by silent rocks. I lie down and press my ear to the ground, hoping to listen to the gossip of earthworms, but hear only the crinkle of dry grasses and the whisperings of my great-grandfather. What did you expect in this place where the sky changes color faster than you can blink, where the wind contradicts itself and birds fly backwards?
See, I told you. Lovely. David Zeltzer, why don't you come on up here and just blast us a new earlobe? I thought I was going to say something else. Oh, darn it. But I thought you said, never mind.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I wish you all a happy fall equinox.
Thank you, David.
Tomorrow. I'm going to do things in reverse. I'm going to start with a recent poem that I wrote sometime last year, and then finish with a couple of poems I dug up out of my ancient history. This first one is a sestina called Twilight Goddess Magnet. Twilight Goddess Magnet, protect me from the monster's uncountable sunspot dreams that smoke inside my throat membranes, firing time missile T cells, hardly conscious of my naked murdered artery. You hardly have any arteries, your twilight magnet stones uncountable. Goddess, be yourself naked, without leaping memory smoke. Last night I sang the dead dream missile, even though I know your name and like your woman brains. So my fast membrane stones crawl out of your arm artery. The talking cell missile wants to kill me with teeth uncountable, hanging conscious in my smoke face, small and naked. Nothing knows why and rockets off naked. Laughing murdered knife membranes sing in sticky whale eyeball smoke, capsized up the Sorcerer Mountain rolling cash to eat the writhing artery. Scientific father flowers hand me uncountable opening and closing Nazi dog missiles. I repeat, I struck my organs, not your magnet missiles. It's hard to breathe and feel this crawling naked gravity bleeding out of your arms uncontrollably. Long ago, your tissues writhed in my available membranes. My Nazi-controlled yellow name squeezed between oily cells and strange artery lice, and shoes and ears and rolling cash smoke. Organs fill with dandelion smoke, laughing to the hot newspaper missile. I think snow, dark and afraid, hangs my dead artery. They sing while time is lost in a sticky earthen eyeball naked. And I repeat, I was not me holding death ray membrane tissues in the wonder time doorway uncountable. Tear the goddess out of your face, so naked bombs fly around dancing moon membranes, solving smoky Antichrist math missiles inside your twilight arteries, uncountable.
Wow.
Thank you. All space. All space nailed together, nor all-time ash. Your hands are three hands together in time. This feeling comes as mountain, and pushed Jim through the wall, holding his knee to his chest. He's bad, I said. He just stares. Cars, many cars, painted gray, not known to humans, not suspecting 1 second of their eyes. The way inside for the clouds, moon, and caterpillars Jimmy Johnson won't sell out. Waiting up all night for Christmas, he spoke just once to me and pulverized the wood, finally dancing away on the surface, empty space staring back.
Nice.
Now, I wrote this last poem when I was a graduate student in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I'm a closet Buckeye. So a short time after my son Ariel was born. He's now living in Sunnyvale. He's got a 5-year-old daughter, my first granddaughter, and he works at Google, which wasn't on anybody's horizon when I wrote this poem. Almost spring snow. Almost spring snow. Pale glow of a snowy night. Snow piles up on the porch rails. Ariel, wide-eyed, watches puffs of white chase across the driveway. Little boy wrapped tight in the arms of a man on the warm side of the windows. The walnut tree, maple, magnolia, downy buds now frozen. Old grape canes need cutting soon. Thank you.
All right. Mr. David Zeltzer. And
because we have someone here who will be reading for the first time, I forgot to tell anybody about this, but we have a tradition where we honor the person who is coming up for the first time with a rowdy welcome. When if the other people don't know about this, you pounding the table, stomping your feet, whistling, animal noises, and such like and so on, to carry on, to make sure you know you are welcome here. Livia, come on up. Livia Stein, please. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I heard the animal noises. Livia, welcome. You have to really get close to the mic so it works for you, and like that. So just so you know, otherwise people will go, what?
I'm not quite used to reading out loud. So.
Oh, it's okay. We'll be gentle and kind. There you go. See? You're your old stagehand. All right.
Home for the wind. Is that good? Home for the wind.
Just go have it right on the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Home for the wind.
Beautiful.
The stillness offers no shelter, no solace. It is the stillness of ice stuck to twig, stillness of leaf and bush after the wind has lost its furor and its way. It is neither night nor day. It is simply bereft of all but its monumental wheezing. The stillness offers no shelter, no solace. It seeks a melody, a repetition of inane sounds, idiocy finding fury, fury finding pathos, pathos finding tears, a dollop of water like a dollop of cream on a cake. I eat my cupcake dripping with dark veins of chocolate. I suck the cream from deep within its core. Its center a clump of earth for a wayward tongue. I think of you. I am nourished by your vision of me, of us, of a world worth seeking, a vanity to be taught. It quickly flies away.
See? It's easy. Speak a little, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Now.
Okay, this one is sort of self-explanatory. It's called Poem Given Over to Self-Pity and Exhaustion. I can't think about love. I can't think about you. Just me as I scrape myself off the pavement. Check knees, elbows, limbs for blood and bruise. Is my body still functioning? I can't think about loving you. I can't think about being loved by you, how your eyes shine like pearls when you look at me. I can't fathom the possibility of this love as it envelops me and wraps around me, pushing away all the dread that fills me, is me. How can you be my beacon of light when I am devoid of all goodness and good intent? I am lost to all sweetness and the touch of you, lost to your kisses like the tide pool in the cold creek, in the cold ocean, the crustacean that lacks a proper shell or protected cave. I seek your cold lips that taste of salt water and oyster. I look at you in awe and wonder if you are as blind as I am weary. Can there be a better way to live and breathe in this huge universe?
Nice. Good.
This one was written after I saw a 50s science fiction movie about the id, the fiery id. The fiery id came for a visit. He did not call, he did not announce his presence. Instead, he laughed at all my fears and hacked away at my bones. The rhythm insisted, petulant, menacing, like an army marching through the dark forest or a man being dragged to the gallows. Shouting there would be no redemption for sorrow, only a longing sound like breathing, loudly and deeply like the demon he is, swallowing me with his ash and fire. Deep, angry, the ground beneath my feet as I sink into the spongy brown red mud strewn with rock. No redemption will be allowed. No redemption will be allowed.
Welcome. Welcome. That was Livia Stein. Beautiful. Nice newbie. Mr. Owen Dunkel, you're next. And then we got Stephanie Dieter, that's me, Richard, the Sanderell, and Alvin Capone. Well, he said he was going to show up.
Hey, everybody, hear me.